They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. It was Justin Bethel who was right there defensively.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Well, we got a second here after that incompletion. Let's have a little fun. I know you saw Ryan Fitzpatrick's get up in the post-game press conference after week 2.
And we're not talking about the beard this time.
No, well, that was part of the ensemble.
We're talking about the trappings, aren't we?
How about that? Those were Deshaun Jackson's clothes, is that right?
Understanding clothes, jewelry, shades, the whole deal. He came out and paid homage to his guy who got him a 75-yard touchdown pass in the game, and everyone had a ball with it. Media, team, Fitzpatrick, you name it. I'm sure Deshaun Jackson got a kick out of it as well. Personally, I thought he raided your closet because when I saw him come out, I said, hold a second. That's how Brandon dresses when we leave a ball game.
My favorite thing, though, from all of this was the social media posts that had 2 different pictures. On the left, it was his freshman year at Harvard. Looked like the All-American boy. And then that press conference photo on the right. You want to talk about the alter ego of somebody? That was it right there. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Penny, a 1st down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And some room to work. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Don't take forever, okay? Gun. 14.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Back onto the field come the Atlanta Falcons. We discussed what Matt Ryan did in Week 2 earlier. How about the run game? Because you remember they've got Devontae Freeman out a couple of weeks with a knee injury, so it's been Tevin Coleman. He did good in Week 2.
Yeah, he certainly did, and he wants his partner back. But at the same time, haven't met a back yet that doesn't mind getting the football. And Tevin Coleman delivered a 100-yard afternoon against the Panthers. 107 yards, 16 carries. He doesn't mind being a workhorse until Devontae Freeman makes his way back to the field.
And then when he's back, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Tuesday. Hey, South.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Tech McKinley, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
14. Hey, over here.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Leaves it for Petty. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Zebra. Shotgun. Gotta go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On third down, Penny. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Again, it's Penny. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
14, run it. 14, run it.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Tempo.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Janikowski good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 2nd down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. CD, switching gears for a second. After last year, 7 NFL head coaches were relieved of their duties. And in week 1 of this season, those 7 coaches went 0-7. They fared a little better, though, in week 2.
They certainly did. Finally got into the win column. 3 of those happened. 1 in Chicago, 1 in Tennessee, and 1 in Indianapolis. Finally getting off the schneid. The other guys trying to get it done in week 3.
Including John Gruden. Curious to see when he gets his first victory out west. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the gun, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pack.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Janikowski adds the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Yeah, here now come the Falcons. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
22!
On 1st down, Ryan trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 40 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Gun.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Baldwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
14, run it. Shotgun. Entry.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out. Yeah,
but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Keeps himself upright. Able to get away. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
They'll look to throw. And Marshall's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Tempo, tempo.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the
because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Zebra.
On first down, Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Baldwin, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Wilson looking to throw on second down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. He finds some open field here. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They keep it with Penny on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
Let's go, 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tech McKinley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Janikowski bangs it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Ryan eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 till a million need out. Yup, like in the Kango enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text, so I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do. Break bread, a fake dead, a bit, to hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no heat haul. Like a Black Panther weak to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown getting down with a on me and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I would challenge with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. I rolled in a 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot when bought it. Call case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give a that. Yeah. I live today rapping back, caring them about what they capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them, better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left.
We to the mat, Atlanta hat cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stun till you up that jury and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah, for the love of the bankroll. Keep it been to you. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top, tell them move over. Modern day Tupac in a new Hova. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge it, steady decking clown. We chasing meals so we can butt that down. Top but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all of what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real, what veteran. What academy. Still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. You better watch it, partner, you ain't from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea. Get left out there, tell them so what? I kept trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you act stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Wilson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry from Dalvin Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They pitch it out to Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 19. A toss to Cook. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall, and it's 3rd down.
14. Tempo.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, shifty. Whoa. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota coming back out here on offense, Charles. I want to ask you more about that Week 2 tie, though, that you called against them in Green Bay. What do you take away from that game long term?
Frustration for both sides because it was a tie. Both had their opportunities. But we're talking about Week 2, and we're just going to kind of overlook it, I think, at this time. It'll be interesting when we get around Week 13, Week 14, as the playoff picture comes into full focus, where this tie will rank and what implications it might actually have on both of these teams trying to get into the playoffs.
All right, now here we go.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Leads it for Petty. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Gotta go. Quit talking about it and bring it. You.
To throw is Wilson on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Dumps that off to Petty as running back. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Brandon Marshall, 32 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And it's up and good. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Yellow.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Cousins on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
12. Move 15. Look for signals.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end drop.
Good strip, the ball's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
14. Cut! 380! Cut it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defense...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now it's Lockett. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
36 power.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice goal.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's got Rocket. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Wilson now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, 14 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out to kick is Janikowski. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota 1st.
All right, now here we go. Let's go.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Second down, Cousins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Done.
Throwing, Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cook on the toss left. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They run it again with Cook. And a solid run down inside the 30. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Handoff comes to Cook, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir. That touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there. Up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
14. Gun.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to air it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Following the interception, Cousins. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
14.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
14, running. Forward. Check out, bro. Slam. Mike 5-4. Gotta go.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip in with a second guy. Maybe you just act out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Come on, let's go.
On first down, Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Out
of the gun, here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On third and goal, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So a lot rides now on the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Somebody call for the queen.
the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to keep it 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some bricks by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder,